tell you how much that I love you. Like you found me no search. It's like you knew that inside I was hurting. I was so young, didn't know you, but you gave me a shot at a romance. I feel like you were like an angel sent to bring me light. Now that I'm with you, me one say that me love you, that me love you, that me love. Hey, me no go one day wonder without my baby, without me love, without me love. And no dance and sing and nothing, because you make my life complete. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I can't believe that this is for me. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, I can't believe that this is for me. Oh yeah. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, it's for me. Shut up, 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 shut up. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, it's for me. I've never felt this way. So when they ask us, say, oh yeah, we're going all the way. Tell me we happy, love you all the time and things. Sometimes I wonder if the thing could cut us under, to get under. I know, but your love in my life control that. I laid out my life this way, do anything to make you stay. All of the blessings, they come my way, and all the bad things, they turn away. Sometimes life is such a scare. Your love gives me the strength to bear. Oh, shut up, shut up, shut up. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, it's for me. Shut up, 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 shut up.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, it's for me. Woo. Child. This is the last horoscope of the year. Well, we've been seen it. We came, we seen it, we conquered, and that's what it is. How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? I should get a Grammy because that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Cause period. Happy gratitude, Tanya. Happy birthday to all of my Sagittarian birthdays. My beautiful mom's birthday is today, posthumously. And I send a shout out to her and to all of you whose birthday is today. And in light of us getting ready to do the horoscopes today on my mama's birthday, we're going to play her favorite song. We do not own the rights to any of this music. None of it that we are getting ready to play. I'm just going to put it in a title. Yes, I am. I hope y'all are doing well today. I really do. Give yourselves a round of applause. All right. Let's get it started. It's my mama's favorite song. So to you, Marianne, happy birthday. But words sometimes get in the way. Sing. Hey, fuck it up. Gratitude to the soul and spirit. Gratitude to the soul and to the spirit. Solitude de wa, solitude de shishi. You are my lady. Thank you for you. Yeah. Sing it, y'all. Come on. If you're too young to know it, that's all right. Hum it. My mom used to have a lot of albums, honey. And this was one of her albums, child. Freddie Jackson, child. My mom being there blasting this shit while we was cleaning up. If you grew up in the 80s, you motherfucking know about the albums, child. And the cassette tapes. But '82, you're a '70s baby. I'm '79. Oh, we had Shalimar too, girl. Girl, we had Phil Collins. We had Queen. Switch it up just for a second, because this was also her song. We're gonna play a little bit of this and we're gonna get fucking started. This is the last horoscope show of the year. Hey, hey. We do not own the rights to these songs and musics. You still at a refugee camp in the Philippines. Wow. Well, glad that you are here with us today, Jen Sissel. Girl, they probably was throwing panties at Freddie and he was throwing them back. Talk to me, baby. Yeah. Come on, Marion. Brings back memories of you and me. Y'all know Freddie wasn't trying to see no panties. He might have held on to some tighty whities. He wanted Haynes his way, Jason. You hear me? Some fruit in the looms, okay? Yeah, Gemini goddess. Hey. Tonight, for old time's sake. Yeah. Hey. For old time's sake. For old time's sake. Going into this new year. Yes. The Western New Year. Come on, Miss Certified Kia. Come on, Barbara. Shimmy then. Gratitude, IDC. Hey. Ooh, Misha, about this before her time. Ooh, Misha, don't do that, Miss Cloud. You like to take your time. Ooh, yes, you do. Yeah. You're in the mood. You like to go straight to the groove. Oh, yes, you do. Come on. A night together. Fire and desire. Come on, sway then, mama. Sway back and forth. Absolutely, Miss Clyde. Gratitude, Mr. Jason. Gratitude. Solitude, they walk to the soul and spirit. You want a social? That would be dope. What kind of music did y'all grow up to in the Netherlands? Y'all have Americanized music? Y'all have American music over there? Like, I don't know. I know I have a lot of clients over there and followers in the Netherlands. For the umpteenth time, because period. Gratitude, Easy E. One more time. Happened in my life. What about you? All of our mamas is posthumously jamming together today. Worldwide. Said, hell yeah, of course we. Okay. Gratitude, Miss Ty. We say Michael Jackson, but we mostly listen to Thai music. Well, okay. For old time's sake, jamming with that finger in the air. Period. Come on, Ops. We ain't gonna even be able to go through this whole little album, but it's okay. Gratitude for rocking and rolling with me and my moms today. Today is her birthday, child. Today is your birthday. No, I'm just playing. Okay. Gratitude, y'all. Well, it is the last horoscope of the year. And I sure hope Scorpio got some good news, because, child, we got our asses handed to us last month. Indeed. That's right. December 2023 horoscope. I hope y'all have been enjoying my stalker videos and understand exactly what the message is inside of it. I decided to not allow that shit in my soul and my spirit, to get me upset. I decided to make a bitch content, and I will continue to do that. Now, I know it was a lot of people that was tripping over their own feet to get over here to my telephone number last night to let me know that it was some lame people who I had to say who on whose platform. Girl, I don't give a fuck what these people said about me. Girl, fuck that bitch. Ma'am, you got 5 minutes of fame outside of the jail cell, and that's how you chose to use it. That's on you. That is on you. I just want everybody to know, baby, I'm way heavy. I'm way too heavy, baby. Can't nobody drag me, baby. I'm way too heavy. Can't nobody ever drag Quatita, baby. I'm way too heavy. All I am is a beautiful scent that rolls off the top of a motherfucker's top lip. Do you understand me? Because they got their mouth on this box. And they take me with them wherever they go because they sniff their upper lip and there I am. You hear what I'm saying? I wouldn't give a fuck what nobody say. Bitch, I make these people. They don't make me. Ding 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 ding. Greetings and gratitudes, December 2023 horoscope. We are going to start with the Sagittarius. Gratitude. All right, Sagittarius. Let me say, let us all show reverence and gratitude with the solitude as we enter into this space of our horoscopes. I'm going to stop for a second and just pay my reverence and say my reverence to myself. And we're going to jump on into this thing. All right. Here we go. Ding 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 ding. Sagittarius, your mood is forever changing. But I feel like you will find this month that is going to start to, well, it's going to mellow out, but we're looking at towards the very end of going into the new year, actually, of the mellow. It feels like it becomes some sort of, well, I don't even want to say if you can't beat them, join them, but it's like shit, it kind of just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But there's a mood shift coming in for you Sagittarius, and I really believe y'all kind of need it because y'all mood has been on a swing, honey. It has been on a swing. Sagittarius, if y'all kind of just allow for things to show up and show itself and not try to control things, then things will begin to make sense in your world. It's okay to step back and walk away from some things, Sagittarius, because I feel like in this time of this month, going into the westernized new year, it is time for you to start to let go and walk away from some things. Things you chose to maybe engage in, some things well, some of y'all gonna have to start walking away from that drink, honey. The hen dog got some of y'all in a chokehold, and y'all gonna have to start to walk away from it because it feels like you have found yourself attaching back more and more to things that don't serve you. And so now you're starting to look at it like, that ain't right. It's not right. So back the fuck on up out of the liquor bottle and go sit on down. For those that are drinking, you know what I'm talking about. You ain't got to tell me, not me, because you know exactly what I'm talking about if it is pertaining to you. Some of you are supposed to be applying yourself, but it feels like more of applying to new positions or applying to new things. Like you're supposed to be filling out applications right now, Sagittarius. You're supposed to be like renewing something. If you're supposed to be renewing something, let's get it renewed. Contracts or otherwise, don't sit on these things. It can come back and bite you in the ass come towards the end of January if you're not careful, okay? Excuse me. Some of you are supposed to be applying for some programs to further the education of yourself, okay? But don't be misled by those that are around you. You may have somebody that's trying to whisper in your ear, Sagittarius, that's telling you that this ain't your time, this ain't it, this ain't that. Get rid of that person. And for some of my Sagittarius, is that same person is trying to find a way to weasel themselves into your space, into your relationships. They just want to press that almighty red button that's going to pause, cease, or destroy something in your life. As you're going into this Westernized New Year, Sagittarius, please look around at those that are around you that means you no good. And some of the Sagittarius, you may be that motherfucker looking to push the red button on somebody. Go sit your ass down. But if you are the one that someone is trying to push that button on, it is your time to say, hey, not right now, not no more. I need my space. We need to start to look at everyone that is in our space, Sagittarius. Okay. There are, I don't know. I feel like the messages that I've just given are connected to, like if you're connected to the M name like Michael, or the Q name or K name like Kawana, like you for sure need to pay attention to those two messages that I just gave. Some of you Sagittariuses need to be paying attention to health a little bit more. When the spirit and the soul shows me the bottom of the feet, especially when they're showing it to me the way they are showing it to me, and it's looking black and blue, we are looking at some sort of diabetic issue, some sort of health issue. So we really, really, really need to start to look at some things health-wise. Sagittarius, okay? Pay attention to your health, whether that is diabetic issues or otherwise. But I really want to allow you to be able to get a jump start and a head start on this shit, okay? For some of the Sagittariuses that are supposed to be moving, it looks like that some of you are going to have a delay. Like a small delay. It may not be extremely long, Saggies, but some of you that are moving are going to have like a small delay inside of the move, whether there is the funds fall through for trucks and moving systems, and having to go back to the drawing table on deposits and things like that. Please just know that it won't be a long delay, but it probably will be a small delay. Don't allow it to stress you out. I feel like some of you will get moved by March. And if that's way too long, don't worry about it. Use your tools that you know how to use, okay? But there will be some of you that have to move and some that will be on a delay of moving, okay? Gratitude. But I need to also say, Sagittarius, don't find yourself in a world of trouble because you keep pushing the pause button and you keep being on delay. Don't do that. Show up to yourself correct, okay? Give yourself the space and opportunity to manifest the way that you need to. Your growth is going to be up to you this time, this year, Sagittarius. Let's get it. Let's look at the finances. Sagittarius, y'all may have to start moving some funds around, child. Now, I understand that some of the Sagittarius, you're going to be moving funds around in your mind. I get that part. I get that part, child. I get that part that some of you gonna have to just move the funds around in your mind, meaning you wanted to move from somebody else's pocket to yours. I get that. But some of you are gonna have to make some financial decisions where you're gonna be moving some things around to help with the staying afloat, and that's okay. Do not over borrow. Do not over borrow. Do not get yourself in the hole, honey. Do not get yourself in a hole with a whole bunch of payments that are not going to be able to get made. It's just going to put you out of balance. Don't worry about it. Do what you can. Things will fall into place. For my singles, well, Sagittarius, it feels like some of you need to just kind of relax and do some Kegels and go sit down for a little bit. Like I feel like you guys have been overstressed, and so it is pushing the hormones to where it's like that is almost your safe place to where you are wanting to engage in sexual activity to calm your mind. You need to find another coping mechanism. You need to find another coping mechanism, Sagittarius is. Go within yourself and start to find different ways to process and to handle certain things. And put the bottle down. No over smoking, no over sexualized activity. You need to refocus. Your mind isn't clear, Sagittarius. For my couples, if you blink way too many times, you may miss what your partner is trying to tell you. You need to really open your ears and listen. Y'all sometimes jump to conclusions, and it's not always that. Y'all need to check yourselves just a little bit because y'all can sometimes act the fuck out of crazy, and you absolutely have been with your spouses and partners. Also, for my Sagittarius in love relationships, sometimes waiting and delaying sexual activity can cause more of an issue than it can fix. It's okay to still engage in your partner's love and dwindling, and then still be able to have an adult conversation about real shit that may be going on. Okay. So just know every decision you make is the decision that you have made. Okay. Gratitude. Capricorn. Well, Capricorns, it seems like y'all are formulating plans in your mind. But sometimes that's the only place they show up at. It seems like that is the only place that they begin to show up at is sometimes in the mind. Some of you Capricorns are waiting on a solution, but the solution some of you already have. You don't want to accept it. You don't want to walk fully into it or walk away from it. And you have to. Like going into this new year with this same energy and same behavior, it's going to shake and rock your boats. I mean, I can almost guarantee it that it's going to show up like a census worker at your doorstep. And it is not going to be anything that you have expected or saw coming, honey. And you're going to want to slap the taste out of somebody's motherfucking mouth, child. Yes. But for those that keep showing up around you incorrectly, Capricorn, it is getting ready to be time to pay the piper for them. Capricorn, y'all also need to check your mood. Like somebody keeps trying to check your temperature to see if they've gotten to you yet, if you have changed your mind about something yet, if you're still wanting to go through with the divorce or the separation. Like Capricorn, right now, somebody is trying to check your temperature. I'm going to tell you right now, don't fall for it. Don't fall for the okey doke. Don't fall for the let's get ourselves back on track for the new year. Let's start something new for the new year. Can I just do this for the new year? We going into a new year. Will I be able to? Hell the fuck no. And can't. And can't. Capricorn, you're going to end up having to show up to your own self in such a way that you did not know. You did not know, Capricorn, you was going to have to stand up and show up to yourself this way. And honestly, it may be a very, very scary thing, but when the smoke clears, we dry our tears only in love and war. Capricorn, when the smoke clears and you look down at your feet, whether they got a little ash or dust on them or not, baby, you're going to be 10 toes down, standing tall in your own shit if you follow suit and follow your soul and what your soul tell you to do. That is your only choice. You got to stand up and show up to yourself. That is what's happening. That is the energy that you are in right now, Capricorn. And wowzers, good for you. There's going to be some opportunities that show itself. Like if you have a small business, like you're going to be able to have an opportunity to do something or to showcase your work or to showcase your services. Like there's going to be an opportunity that shows up for you. It is almost a blessing in disguise. I suggest that you not go round and round and round about this in your mind. Also, you also need patience, not with other situations. You need patience with certain things. And I feel like Capricorn, you will know exactly where you need to put your patience and where you need to stand 10 toes down. This is your time, your triumph moment, Capricorn. Sometimes you got to lose to win, Capricorn. Sometimes less is more, Capricorn. This is the thing, though, my Cappies. When shit starts to show up to you, and if shit is knocking on your door, and you go and you put on that piece of shit and you give it some nice glasses and a whole touch up and makeover, it's still a piece of shit, Capricorn. I don't care how you dress it up, my love. It's still a piece of shit. It is time for y'all to get out there and have fun and explore, because this is your time. This is your moment. There's going to be a trip coming up for some of you. Yes, it is. There's going to be a trip coming up for some of you. We may be talking about after the quote unquote westernized holiday. But there's going to be a trip that's going to come up for some of you. I feel like the trip is going to be eye-opening, or some sort of like revelation. But some of you are going to have to call a thing and see some shit the way it is. Yeah. Music is going to be the friend to the Capricorn this month. Like you need to, when you're listening to music, like it feels like it's going to catch your attention, the words, the messages. And that is how the soul and spirit is going to start answering some of your calls, is through the music. And some of you even have already said this. You just said it like a couple days ago. Like, I keep hearing certain things in music. Music is catching my attention. Music. Like some of you have already said it and you get exactly what I'm saying. But the soul and the spirit is going to start answering some of your calls via the music. Yeah, don't worry about Capricorn. Put your passion first. You don't know what you're capable of doing until you do it. Let's look. Kind of the health situation for some of the Capricorns. Some of you really need to be paying attention to the headaches because I think you need glasses or a stronger prescription. And you need to reduce stress and drink plenty of water. Yep. I feel like for some of you, that's where those headaches are coming from. Is tension headaches. So some of you need that water. Some of you need to look at your glasses, get glasses, the stronger prescription. Quit trying to fight it like, girl, I'm only 39. Girl, go get your ass some glasses and quit playing. You can't see either. It's going to make you feel a whole lot better. But you need to drink some water, get plenty of fluids, rest. Okay. I also feel like, and I'm going to say to the Capricorn, but I'm going to also put this to the Scorpio too. Let your mind be relaxed on sex right now. Let your mind be relaxed to sex right now. Just meaning, I feel like sex is running through the Capricorn and the Scorpio's mind like 90 going west. I mean, really, I know it's running through mine, child. I ain't lying to you. So just relax on that right quick, okay? Finances. It may look slow right now, but I feel like there's going to be multiple opportunities to gain some finances. It may not be like, a whole lot, but it's going to be exactly what you need when you need it. I will say it to you as well, Capricorn. Use the tools that you know how to use. Okay. Singles, stop playing house. You are still single. That's why this part is for you. You are not in a relationship, and if you keep allowing the relationship or the situationship or the dickmanship or the vagmanship keep showing up as if it's a relationship when you ain't relating to each other, you're gonna fuck around and find out. You are going to fuck around and find out. You are not fooling anyone but yourself. Convince yourself. Don't convince me. You're going to fuck around and find out. You need to look at some things concerning some of these situationships. Jump off the ship, child. But don't dive into the water, honey. Just float. Float on by. And float on and allow yourself to date, because dating is what it is right now. Okay, because a home is not a home, Luther. Period. All right. I don't know why I feel like I need to say to the Capricorns, don't allow some Virgos to trigger you. I don't know why I need to say that. Don't allow some of these Virgos to trigger you. Don't know, but I'm just going to say it. For my Capricorns in love relationships, I want to sing and play Nas, If I Ruled the World. Some of you need to take an opportunity and a chance to reconnect to your spouse, to communicate, to conversate, to converse, to understand. But for some of you, there is not going to be any understanding because some of us have already made choices and decisions to walk away from what we feel is not serving us. So for that, I would say continue to choose you, but really let's look at some stuff and make some decisions. It's time to do some sort of reconnection to self, to soul, and to your partnership. Not all people are walking away here, so we have to get back on track. You can't keep walking around the house not speaking to each other. He can't keep being at his mama house all the time. Oh, you can't keep being at your mama house all the time, interrupting your mama with her younger boyfriend and shit. Go on home. Mm, that's a word. Mm. Don't worry about it. Aquarius. Woo! Excuse me. Aquarius. Longevity is going to be key for y'all. Longevity is going to be key for y'all. Like going the long haul, understanding and seeing yourself for the long haul. Make this year your best year, okay? You were kind of up and down through this year, and that's okay. But this right now in this time in this moment, Aquarius, we're not going to keep extending and overextending ourselves to people. That is how you have gotten yourself into this situation of miscommunication and self-indulgence, because some of you are going back and forth where you are so self-indulgent that it sometimes can become narcissistic when you don't mean for it to. And some of you are giving way too much that it become needy, to where the need becomes narcissistic and you don't mean for it to. You have to find some sort of balance within yourself, Aquarius, to where you're not leaning on one spectrum way too much. Okay? Way too much. Don't become so lost in your thoughts or lost in the planning as well, Aquarius, to where you are jumping ahead of the gun. Okay. Um, I say that, and I mean in such a way, when the soul and the spirit shows it to me, it's like you get very excited, Aquarius, because you see that things are progressing. And so you start to move way too many pieces on your chessboard, and you're not looking, like you're moving ahead of the other moves. And so because you're not looking and you're trying to jump the gun and jump the board and moving too quickly, you have missed a few things and you have left some shit open to destruction. Okay, so let's just move accordingly. Don't move too fast. Now, for some of my Aquariuses that are more on the western region of the world, it will be beneficial. Some of you have been thinking about becoming bilingual, meaning learning other languages to get a position or a job, or to get promoted in some sort of positions, or to start a business that will help you. That is going to be your best bet, Aquariuses that are more, I feel like, on my western region or up east, in the regions where there are more Spanish speaking people. To become bilingual is going to serve you greatly. Also, don't, that's so funny, got it. Don't allow somebody to get up under your skin, because someone is purposefully keep trying to get under your skin, that's trying to manipulate you or make you do something. You need to pay attention to who is whispering sweet nothings in your ear. And that don't mean that's a relationship. That could be friendships. That could be your parental ships. That could be your children trying to make you do something. That could be co-workers or otherwise. You need to really pay attention to what's being said to you, because somebody is trying to manipulate your thoughts or manipulate your actions to make you do what it is that they want you to do. It may, in the long run, it may cost you the relationship with this person or these people. But again, you got to choose yourself, because if you're not choosing you, like, it can only come back and bite you in the ass. Aquarius. I feel like, again, I need to say, stop extending yourself too far out to people. That kind of is kind of like the Capricorn, Aquarius. It's like, when you keep extending yourself out to people, it almost becomes that they believe that you got to, like you're obligated, and you're not. And so I feel like sometimes, Aquarius, you have an issue with saying no. So then you will do it, and then you'll go and cry on somebody else's shoulder. They don't give a fuck. Stop crying on people's shoulder when you can just say no. When you can just say no, I really don't want to do that. Even if that's your partner, your spouse, you still need to stand up for what it is that you're believing in, okay? Well, also Aquarius, Aquarius, I feel like, okay, I'm going to say it this way, but I need you to follow me, Aquarius. I feel like some of you are going to have some intrusions in your house. Now, when I say that, I mean house guests, I mean rodents, I mean mold and pipings. Like, you're getting ready to have some intrusions in your house. It feels like a disruption in your house, Aquarius. Whether, again, that's someone house guest that's unwanted or is overstaying their welcome, or like rodents, whether that's mice, insects, whatever that is, or some sort of like piping issue or mold issue. Like, you are getting ready to have some sort of intrusion in your home. You may already be seeing it. Jump on it quickly. Jump on it quickly. Okay? Jump on it quickly. It's also it's time for you to start mapping things out, like you have been saying. Some of you have been like talking to people and saying, hey, I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take this class. I think I'm gonna start doing hair again. I think I'm gonna go ahead and learn how to dye hair. I think I'm gonna go back and get my cosmetology license, my esthetician license. And you just keep looking at shit on the internet, online, on YouTube, and you're not really doing it, but it's in your mind to do it. And you have not done it. But let's take this opportunity, Aquarius, to go on and go to truck driving school, like you said, or to go ahead and start that business, or increase in your certificate, or whatever this is. It is time for you to actually do it, and stop telling people, girl, I think I'm gonna go and learn how to do lashes so I can go ahead and extend my being. We'll do that shit. Because if you keep talking about it all the way into the new year, child, please don't get on the internet talking about something. For the new year, I'm going, girl. We don't care what your damn what your new year resolution is if you ain't gonna really do it. I'm gonna go and get my license and my technician license to do lashes. I'm gonna lose me 15 pounds, and I'm gonna get back to me, girl. You've been saying that for the last 3 months. What we doing, sir? What we doing, sir? If your booty little and you happy with your booty being little, let's just be happy about that. That's all, Aquarius. Now, some of you said you was going to go and get your teeth done or your teeth fixed or whatever that is. If that's what you want to do, go do that shit. Let's just not keep making empty promises to ourselves, Aquarius. If you said you was going to get out because you're tired of being single and you said you were going to get out and start to date, let's get out and start to date. You ain't got to always be on BLK or POF or Tinder or any of this other shit that these motherfuckers are delusional and psycho on. You can find other ways, or a Facebook dating app. You ain't got to do all that. Go out and find you someone. Like you said, allow them to find you. Okay, Aquarius. Okay. Now, some of you Aquariuses have been holding on or trying to save up your money for this business, or to be able to go ahead and get that vehicle so you can progress and move on. If you have been saving up, the soul and the spirit says you have enough. Let's go. You have enough. Let's go. You'll be able to find what you need if you get out there and push forward, Aquarius. No time is like the time right now. Okay. Okay. Just talked about the singles. So, that's kind of where you are, but you also need to own who you are, my singles. As well as the finances we kind of just spoke on. But it feels like some of you are wanting to start to save and sit on some money, and some of you have been, and that's a good thing. Financially, I don't feel like it's going to be all bad. I feel like some of the Aquarius's income is coming up. But I have to say this, like, you can't keep calling out or being late and then trying to figure out why your paycheck is not matching up to what you was calculating in your head, because you didn't forgot. You keep adding these hours up and they ain't making sense because you keep skipping hours. The money is coming in. You just got to participate in it. It's okay to save and sit on, but do what it is that you need to do. Some of my Aquariuses will be starting new positions as well. I don't feel like some of you are going to like them. And so you may have to also keep putting in some more job applications, because I feel like some of you are going to be starting these jobs and it's like, girl, what the hell is this? I don't like what I'm not doing. So you need to really make sure that it is what it is that you want to do. For my Aquariuses that are in love relationships, stop beating dead horses. Okay. And I feel like I mean that in more ways than one, child. Aquarius says, stop beating dead horses. One, stop coming back to the same situation or the same conversation over and over again, because that is really what the definition of insanity is. You keep doing something over and over again, expecting a different result. If your spouse, your partnership is not giving you what you need, then you really need to take a look at a different way of communicating, Aquarius. Don't keep beating the dang on same dead horse over and over again about a conversation or about a topic, because you're not getting what you want or the result that you want from this conversation or this outcome. You're going to have to figure out something when it comes to that. Secondly, stop beating the dead horse. And when I say that, I mean, if it ain't getting up, or that horse ain't, and you ain't riding that horse like you used to could, you need to look at it. You and your partnership need to have a conversation about why that horse is dead right now. Why your horse is dead right now, you need to look at it. And if you ain't riding that horse like you used to, I don't know what to tell you, child. I'm just trying to say, You know what I'm saying? Uh, Let me see some. Let me just. I ain't gonna give you too much of this. I'm gonna just play just a little bit of it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay. Yeah. Moving forward. Moving on. All right. let's just move it on. Pisces. Let's just move it on, Pisces. Times are changing, Pisces. Either you're going to roll with the punches or you're going to get rolled over. Jason, what you know about 12 gauge? Let me find out. You and Miss Sabrina over there fucking it up, twerking and shit and dropping it to the floor. Tell Miss Sabrina get on up now, Jason. Tell Miss Sabrina get on up now. Okay. Pisces, either you're going to roll with the punches or you are going to get rolled over. There has to be some sort of attitude adjustments, okay, with the Pisces, and looking things straight, dead in the face and accepting what it is that you're looking at and what you're seeing. Has to be some adjustments made. Pisces, some of the things that you are experiencing right now is fictitious. It's only in your mind. You are such an imaginary person that you have been creating scenarios and making shit up in your mind that ain't really happening. Some of you having a hard time accepting things, and so you are saying things that are untrue. Sabrina said, because we do. Okay, Miss Sabrina. Listen, Pisces. Y'all got to screw y'all noggins back on because something is going on. Something is going on. Some of y'all are not wanting to accept things and you're in your feelings about a lot of shit. And you're making mountains out of molehills. You're talking and you're saying things that are not true. Some of you are engaging in situations that you know are not healthy for you. And it feels like some of you Pisces keep feeling like you're winding down or winding out of control right now. You're putting 20 on 10. You're not communicating because you don't know how to communicate. And when you do, like some of you need to stop being chart toppers. That's a word. Let me sip my motherfucking Rise coffee. Some of you need to stop trying to be chart toppers. Pisces, some of you are trying to outdo people, top the charts. You need to be seen. You're trying to keep up with the Joneses. You don't want nobody to know that you're going through something, whether that's mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. You know, you're just in your motherfucking room throwing tantrums, and then you coming out like, girl, everything is great. Like, no, the fuck it ain't. And it's fucking with your mental. And either you be honest, you look it square in the face, you talk about it, you roll with the punches, you talk about it, or you're going to get punched in the face by some real life shit. It is going to punch you in the face. And I don't think you're ready for it. You don't even have to. You don't even have to be engaging in this way. All you have to do is talk about some shit. Some of you are dealing with financial woes and issues, and you are still trying to keep up with the Joneses. Some of you are robbing Peter to pay Paul. Some of you got ancestor money and monopoly money, trying to act like it's real money and shit, just so people will be jealous or think you got it, so you can be a chart topper. Let's stop the foolishness, Pisces. I feel like some of you are putting 20 on 10 when it comes to your work or job situations. I just feel like the Pisces are in a space of exaggeration for some reason. Like, yeah, y'all are kind of in a space of exaggeration. And I'm not necessarily, I don't know why you're showing up this way. Okay. I don't know why the Pisces are showing up this way right now, but it just feels like y'all are in y'all feelings and y'all emotions, and it's causing you to act and behave in such a way that it's like, why do I keep doing it? Why did I do that? Why did I say that? Like, and you're showing up in a way that you're like, this is not me. And if you know that it's not you, let's change this situation and behavior. Because you're becoming unrecognizable to yourself. You're not liking it. But you don't know how to have a conversation. One, because some of you don't like confrontation and you don't know what's going to happen. You don't want somebody to turn their back on you. You don't want somebody to walk away. You're not sure. So now you're doing things in a wrong way. You're showing up about it in the wrong way because you don't know how to have a conversation about something specific or to express yourself. You don't like to cry, but you'll go in your room and cry. And then we gotta hear about some shit, or you know what I'm saying, later on in a different way, like, well, why you didn't say this or why you didn't say that. Y'all are right now, Pisces, you're overcompensating with extramarital relationships, with over shopping, with excessive buying food and going out to eat, but you're not even eating the food. Like, you're overcompensating and being chart toppers. You need to knock it off. Please, let's knock it off. We're behaving in a way that's unhealthy, and you don't have to right now. I feel like some of you are feeling like, okay, I'm working a good job. I feel like, but where is my spouse? Where is my man? Where is my woman? Where is my happiness? But you're not understanding you're in the creation of the happiness you keep asking about. And you're not enjoying it because you're looking at everybody else's situation. So you're not enjoying your own situation of creation. You're missing your own life by waiting for your life to begin, Pisces. You got to take advantage and just turn this thought process and this shit around for you right now. Some of you are wanting to change some things in your life, whether that's moving or get a new car, going out of town, taking vacation. Like, you're wanting to do shit, but you can't right now. You cannot right now. Child. Ooh, y'all probably got on y'all own nerves. I ain't lying. It's time for you, Pisces, to stretch your legs a little bit as well. Come out of your comfort zone. Like, you're going to find more and more opportunities for you to come out of your comfort zone this month and stretch your legs more and more. Be what you desire in someone else. That is a word, child. Child, that go for the Scorpio and the Gemini and the Libra and the Aries. Be what you desire in someone else. Child, I'm your private dancer, dancer for money. Do what you want me to do. I mean, if you are wanting somebody to be your private dancer, then be your private dancer for yourself. Enjoy being with yourself and doing shit for yourself, so that energy will shift, and you will manifest the energy that you're trying to manifest. So if that is what you're needing, please change how you're showing up, because right now it is like a whole, like, you don't understand. You're missing out on the beauty of creation by looking at everybody's already created manifestations. And some of the created manifestations ain't as good as it look, because yours may be better because you are the creator of it. Come on now. Change your way of thinking this month, Pisces. It's going to be okay. Now, there's going to be some financial opportunities or some financial things that start to show up if you stop misspending, stop acting the fuck out of crazy with this money. You're acting the fuck out of crazy with this money. You're supposed to be putting your down payment down on something, or you're supposed to be paying something in advance. You told yourself you was gonna pay your rent up for this month so you can go ahead and do. You're not doing it. Come on, you're acting the fuck out of crazy. Let's go. One fish, two fish, little fish, blue fish. Let's go. Swim on. Also, some of you Pisces, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Cancer, y'all need to clean up the room. Like, some of your closets need to be reorganized and cleaned out. Some of you need to get some of that shit off your bed. You have way too many papers, documents, books, clothes, and shit on one side of your bed. Get that shit up. Time to clean it up. You keep talking to yourself about it, keep walking around about it. Like, some of you need to clean that shit up. You done got on your own nerves. I understand, child. You heard me say Scorpio, child. I done got on my own nerves, honey. Okay. For the finance, I don't think your finances are too bad. It's going to come up, like they are kind of shit, but I do feel like Pisces, that they're going to start to come back up, but you got to do some saving. You got to get yourself out of this hole that you have kind of wiggled yourself into. You didn't have to get in this hole, but you got yourself in here. And now that you're here, you're just going to have to work yourself to get it out. Okay. Some of the Pisces are wanting to experience things differently sexually, and good for you. Some of you have been standing in the mirror looking at your cooch and all kind of stuff, and some of the men have been turning to the side looking at the phalluses hanging down, just trying to figure it out. Some of you looking at the gray hairs on it, and it's like, what the fuck, where did that come from? Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your body. Touch it, love it, lick it. I don't give a shit. Do what it is that you want to do for you. Enjoy yourself all the way around. Love you. Love that black dot on your booty. Love that accidental burn mark from when you was like 7 years old. Okay, like, just love it. That burn mark ain't going nowhere. You accidentally sat on the iron. That's okay. It ain't going nowhere. Love it. Love it. Okay. For my singles, I feel like it's time to just exercise your mental and your body. like I feel like you need to stretch your mental, stretch your emotions, stretch your physical bodies, and start to put yourself out there to where you're not showing the crazy when you're meeting somebody. You're not trying to make this an immediate relationship. I feel like a lot of the Pisces already juggle a lot, but you're not really in it. You're not really getting to know people because you're wanting an immediate relationship. And so I don't want you to keep falling into, is this the one? Is this the one? No, I want you to not even try to play, just enjoy, because see, Pisces don't know how to either date, because it's either, well, I'm gonna play this game with this person or I'm gonna try to build a relationship. No, y'all need to knock it the fuck off and just date. Just enjoy having a date, going to a park, talking to somebody. Like, stop letting people into your home and mind too much like that. Okay, it's okay. Pisces that are in love relationships, I gotta say it like this: stop talking to your spouse like that. Just because that's your spouse, that is not your child. Excuse me, you do not own that person. You do not have the right to show up and speak that way. Relax. You're gonna fuck around and be one of the singles next month. You keep this shit up. You need to really stop talking and treating people a specific way, Pisces. Your lover, your spouse, you're showing the crazy, and they're almost fed up, tired of it. You can't speak a certain way and then offer somebody some ass. They're gonna be like, fuck you and your ass. I'm just saying. Y'all need to relax. You need to check yourself, Pisces, in love relationships. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Aries. Aries. All I keep hearing is, dear diary, today, listen, Aries, let's look at this shit. Because I feel like some of the Aries, you're not writing in the diary, but you are living in a whole episode of Sex in the City. Let's talk about it. Like, every day for the Aries, is like a whole episode out of Sex in the City. Y'all are in y'all mental journal where y'all is just talking. Like, y'all are living, y'all a whole character. Aries, y'all are acting in a whole fucking character right now. Like, y'all are talking, and I mean, y'all are in a whole, I can't even say that shit no other way. Y'all are in a whole scene right now. And that's all right. That's just the way it goes here. That's okay. But let's take a look at it, shall we? The crazy part is, and this is what's so crazy about the Pisces and the Aries, you can be fully engaged in this whole character scene of your Sex in the City, of your whole Dear Diary moment, but you're not writing the script that you want. Like, in your mind, you are in this scene and you are bossed the fuck up, but you have not taken the opportunity to actually write the script. You just keep sitting in a meeting telling everybody, the producers and directors, which is yourself, of how this scene is going to go. And they keep saying, where's the script at? We need the script so we can go ahead and give it to the character. And you keep saying, I'm working on it. Girl, sir, they getting ready to cancel your series. Your whole show about to be canceled. Ain't nobody gonna keep sitting in this meeting with you. There's gonna be other shows that take place that's gonna be over your show. And the kicker is the energy is moving so high right now that somebody else will have the same show idea and may beat you to it. And if they get your characters and shit like that, it's just the energy that's moving. I'm just saying to you now. I don't know if Jesus is gonna fix nothing over here, mama. And Yehuda may show up for you. We don't know about that. Um uh ooh, Aries child. Let's look at it. Aries, some of you are seeing the synchronicities of the messages that the soul and the spirit are showing you, but you have not put them together. It's like you just keep walking away from it, like, no, I got it. I'll be back in a minute. And then you go to your room and you talk about how scared you is. It's just like, Aries, I'm gonna give it to you like this. I was watching the celebrity edition of College Hill last night with Dream Doll, who was a rapper. And if you know anything about raps is just kind of poetry, really, to music. And her assignment was to write a poem about her life and herself. And she couldn't almost perform it because she was not in the character of Dream Doll. She had to be in her character of Tabitha. But because she couldn't go into the character of Dream Doll, she couldn't hardly even perform when she's used to performing in front of crowds, when she was really only going to do a poem in front of 20. You're missing the mark when you're already inside of the whole. It's not even you're creating an illusion right now, Aries. You're creating an illusion right now. Okay? Hold on. Let me plug this here. Hold on. We don't want this to cut off. Let me go on and plug this computer in. All right. What I'm saying to you is, you're a swimmer and you can swim. Go on and dive into the deep end. You're a swimmer and you can swim. Go on and dive into the deep end, Aries. All of the different scenarios that I have given you, you got to take one and you got to run with it. Let's get it. The thing is, Aries, you have people that are watching your episode. They are waiting for your episode to air. They love the pitch that you gave. They love the plot that you gave. They are willing to even work on your team. They're waiting to watch the episode. So you have people that are with you. Let's run it. Let's go. Even when we're talking about stepping fully into love and relationships, business, whatever that is, you're in a whole episode of Sex in the City. Let's play it out. Let's write the script for yourself. Okay. Tea time is over. I feel like some of y'all Aries have been sipping tea, but we didn't know that you had spiked it. Some of y'all got some tea with some Hennessy in that shit. Some Crown Royal is in that shit. Some what is it? 2 seconds. Some of y'all have spiked your tea because you need that push. You don't need to spike your tea to have that push. You need a clear mind so you can see things clearly. Because when we're intoxicated by fear and other shit, we start to act crazy and not show up properly. Okay. We're not showing up properly because we're kind of intoxicated. I feel like some of the Aries are putting the cart before the horse as well. Don't move too many pieces on your chessboard as well before don't count the eggs before they've hatched. Okay. I feel like some of the Aries you're wanting to look good, but you're not really actually, and it feels like some of it is towards the opposite sex or love relationships. It feels like you're stepping into it, but not fully. You got to, oh, that's that same word. That's that same word. You got to show up, because I know sometimes you gotta look the part to play the part, but sometimes you got to actually be the fucking part. You can't keep just looking. Some of y'all need to go and get that car or that car fixed. Keep talking about it. It's not going to be beneficial to you. You can't keep saying, I just really need to go and get me a new car, but your finances is not showing up in the new car status. So if you have to go and you have to match that energy, then you're going to have to do what it is that you have to do for the right now. Some of you have passed opportunities that you didn't know that you had passed. Sometimes if you jump into a job or a position, it will lead you to something else. Some of you are telling yourself in your mind that you don't want to take, this job or that job because that's not where you want to be, but that's understood. But sometimes that will get you to where you're trying to get to. That will get you to where you're trying to get to, okay? Keep trying to act like you're not stressed or depressed, but you are, and you keep trying to fight it. But the fight that you're fighting is like career and process and progress. That's what you're fighting against. Do what the fuck you know you're supposed to do now before this shit shows up wrong in your life. No, you are about to see something, baby, coming towards like February. Do not go into this new year with this same shit going on. You are on a countdown. You are on a countdown. I'm trying to tell you. You better go and get that little job, whether that's $12 an hour or whatever it is. It's better to save up checks than get checked. I'm telling you, because if some situation changes, say for example, if you are in a love relationship and your spouse keep telling you, I need a little help with these bills, and you keep feeling like, but that's not what I want to do right now. I'm really trying to jump my business off. And that person is telling you, I understand, I'll help you with business, but right now we need the bills because this will be that too. If your motherfucking spouse lose their job, you're going to be fucked up. You are going to be fucked up. And now you have caused your relationship to be walking. You're going to be walking a motherfucking plank. You're watching your spouse suffer. You're watching someone suffer. Why would you show up like that? Go and adult. It's time to go and adult right now. You're being unfair and unkind. You cannot love that person and still watch them struggle or suffer. You can't. Get out of this episode that you were in, living this great life in your mind, and bring it to the forefront inside of this reality of what we know as reality. And that's on period. Aries, y'all. Telling you, don't let this shit linger on to February or March. I'm telling you, it is going to be an unexpected collision. Don't let this linger. If you are supposed to be progressing or doing something, I don't care if you said you was going to go and put in for a car or put in for an apartment. If you have not put that application in for an apartment and you don't like where you living at, and come February or March, Aries, and you find out that your landlord is selling that shit and you got to move, and that was soul and spirit that whole time telling you, go on and go put that in, go on and go put that in, and you ignored it, that is going to be you. That is going to be you. You got to jump on it. Get on this bandwagon. Progression leads to succession. That's all I know. Some of the finances are wavering and dwindling. It's so stagnant, like the finances are stagnant. Aries. Singles. Singles, I feel like y'all are doing kind of too much. I feel like right now it's nothing wrong with enjoying a conversation or company, but don't do too much. You know, just don't do too much. But it's okay to enjoy conversation and company. Just don't do too much. You're saying that you're going to show up differently, and that's great. Continue to do that. But just don't do too much. Aries that are in love relationships. Some of you are hiding something from your spouse. Some of you are not being forthright. Some of you are not, and when I say hiding something, it could be you are hiding extra funds in a different account. It could be that you're hiding that you're no longer invested in this relationship. It could be that you're hiding something. Some of you are not being forthright or forthcoming to your spouse. Aries, this is not the way that you want to go about it going into the new year. Change your frequency. Change your frequency, Aries. I feel like some of the Aries in love relationships, it's like you're dealing with a delusion to a certain degree. But it's not necessarily yourself. It could be your spouse. When I say that, Aries, it could be that your spouse may think that everything is on the up and up, and they don't even know you're on the verge of filing divorce papers. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it is time to have some serious conversations. No more hiding. No more hiding. All right. Taurus. I don't know why, but as soon as I started Taurus, they keep saying wink, 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 wink. You know how you winking at somebody like just kidding, or you want somebody like you're want somebody to watch something like look at this, look, watch this. Like Taurus, y'all need to speak up. Y'all need to speak. You need to talk. You need to say. And you need to be kind about it. I feel like Taurus, some of your actions are up and down or kind of erratic or kind of, getting on somebody's nerve. Um, so Taurus, loose lips sink ships, but a true heart will speak through a clear mind. So you need to take the opportunity to say something. You need to talk. You need to say something. Ain't no more of I'm just playing along to see what happens, Taurus. Nope. And I feel like it's about a multitude of things, whether that is at work or at home or with spouse or with friendship. Like it is about having a conversation. Seriously. I feel like also like Taurus, you're wanting to change yourself, but it's almost like you really want to be Bougetto, but you're second guessing even what you're capable of. Like you're so good at hyping somebody else up, but then when it's time to come, like when it comes time to hype yourself up, you're not hyping your own self up. Your frequencies are kind of low right now, Taurus. Just kind of low right now, Taurus. But I do feel like as your frequency grows in this month, things begin to change for you. But I feel like we're also talking about it changing mentally, emotionally, Taurus, to where you start to wanting to come back to your old dreams and new beginnings and seeing things prosper, or you know what I'm saying, like going back into business, the business that you may have shut down. It feels like there's going to be a lot of engaging and changing, and you just wanting to be at your best and figure out how to accomplish what you're needing and wanting to accomplish for self and for life. It's almost like a new attitude, but that's great as long as your attitude don't come off stank, because sometimes the Taurus is having a tendency of coming off real shitty-ish to people when they feel like shit is going well for them. Don't be that person. It's okay also, Taurus, to acknowledge the success of other people. But some of your energy and frequencies are so low sometimes, or the gratitude is so low. with Tauruses, or like the compliments can be very low. When I say that, what I mean is you can't want somebody to be excited for you, Taurus, and then when something happens for them, it's like, oh, that's so good. What we about to eat? Like, get your ass off your shoulders. Get your ass off your shoulders. I can say it to you as well. Be the energy that you want to get from someone else. I'm going to say it to you too. Be the energy that you want to get from somebody else. Because then you swear a motherfucker's jealous. You will swear somebody is jealous. But really, sometimes people are feeding you the energy that you're feeding to them. You need to check the energy you're coming with. Now, some of the Tauruses are wanting to move, relocate, move out of town. Like, some of you are looking at places and weighing options, looking at jobs. Some of you are looking heavily in the Texas, Dallas, Houston area. Like, you're wanting to migrate for some reason. Some of the Tauruses are drawn to the West Coast right now. It feels like it's really an energy. Like you're kind of wanting to move around, push around, start something, get back into something. Like, I feel like you're being drawn to certain things right now. And that's good that you're being enticed to do something great, or to make a change or make a move. That's great. For some of you, it's almost like where I'm being pushed into the love relationships for some Tauruses, because what I keep wanting to acknowledge is some of my Tauruses are in serious love relationships where they're being asked to commit to something, or move in, or let's get married, or let's get engaged. And I feel like some of you, as much as you feel like you love your partners, you're second guessing this because you don't want to be hindered, tied down, or knotted up and not be able to move in a way that you're wanting to move. And when I say that, I don't mean like dealing with someone else, because I feel like some of you really love your spouses, but it feels like I want to be able to grow. I don't want to have to focus on building a marriage when I'm trying to focus on building my business. Okay. Yeah. I feel like it's just about how you're communicating this to your spouses, okay? Like I said, there are conversations that need to happen for the Taurus. I feel like some of the Tauruses are going through sexual frustrations. And it could be very frustrating for you and frustrating for your spouse, for your plaything, for your yes. Like, it could be very stressful and frustrating because it feels like, I really want you to touch me, and then you get to somebody's house and it's like, I don't want you to touch me, I'll be right back. And then they don't hear from you for another few days. It feels like you're very hot and cold. Hot and cold. It just feels like you guys need some balance, Taurus. That's it. Y'all just need to kind of balance yourself out. Balance. I feel like you need some balance. And I really mean that because I feel like some of you are actually engaging in the sex, and when the sex is done, and as great as it may have been, you look over at them and look like, you get on my fucking nerves. Like, wait, what happened? Like, just don't, like, stop talking to me. Like, damn, We just had a beautiful moment. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like you need balance. Some of you Tauruses are out of balance. I mean, that could even go for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like you may have a beautiful moment in the rising with yourself where you didn't touched yourself and you have brought yourself to the max of the max. And then as soon as it's done, it's like, I'm so sick of being in this motherfucking house all the time. Like, girl, what happened? What didn't happen? So sick of people calling my goddamn phone. Like, girl, you didn't relax enough. Try that one again. You might need another little release because you are acting the fuck out of crazy. Okay. Also, I need to say to my singles as well as love relationships, stop fishing for stuff. This month is not the time of fish. I don't know why y'all so out of balance and out of whack, but I feel like you're fishing. Like if you feel like so for real in your soul that something is wrong with your friendships or love relationships, or like no need to keep looking for the situation to make you speak on it. You need to just go ahead and speak on it. Cause period. Your finances. I feel like it's a wave for the Taurus's finances. Um, it just feels like yes, we're trying to build up the money and we have it, but then and we look around and it's kind of like it's dwindling down, but then it comes back up. And it feels like a small frustration. So it doesn't feel like it's like bad or super good. It just feels like it's a wave. It's a wave. And that's going to be something that y'all as the Tauruses have to figure out. Okay. Um, I feel like some of you Tauruses need to stop eating up your money. You better go in and fix you something to eat and quit trying to go over to Olive Garden. And quit trying to go to Outback and the turkey leg hut and all kind of shit. I'm gonna say that again: the turkey hut, or turkey leg hut, or whatever the fuck that is, and fix you something to eat. You ain't got to always go and eat it up. Okay, that part. Okay. All right, let's progress and move on. Let's see where we at. Where we door dashing, eating up just the money. Okay, door dashing. I wasn't gonna do Gemini next, but they're telling me to do Gemini next, so we'll do Gemini. Gemini. I don't know why they want me to do Gemini right now, but we're gonna do it. So let's see. I'm just going to burn some more of this here sage. Gemini, some of you are clawing and scratching and trying to crawl your way back to the top when all you got to do is stand up and walk over the finish line. Some of you Geminis keep having people in your life that means you no good. I feel like we talked about that, but I feel like this is so important again. You're being hindered purposefully, some of you. Let's take a look at it, Gemini. Jimmy, oh, Gemini, we're gonna dot your eye. Okay. Child, Some of you Geminis can't keep talking about how you wear the crown. You wear the crown. I am this, I am that. But then you're crawling back or going back into situations or allowing situations to come back into your space of your ether, and destroying and causing havoc and bringing negative energy into your existence. Like you can't go into the new year like that. But why would you want to? But why would you even want to? Less is more sometimes, Gemini. Sometimes we're standing in the midst of an illusion, Gemini, and we don't even know. Ooh, child. Some of you Geminis, child, y'all have told yourself for so fucking long that you love something or you love someone, and you have convinced yourself of that, but it's like islands in the stream, that is what we are. Just two ships passing in the night, just touching each other junk because it's there to touch, and we really want to move forward and do something different. Hello. That is interesting. Child, let me play this. I'm going to take this opportunity to play this song. Let me see. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to play this. Let me find it. No. Hold on. I got to find it.
Sometimes when you have a loved one and they have a problem, oh yeah, they just seem to tell you the same old story. Oh, they tell you that they're not on drugs, they're not drinking, still alone, still hurts.
That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. But that was a good ass message. Hold on. I got to get it. That is disturbing me that I can't find it. Y'all is lucky I can't find it. Because I was going to play it. I hear it. That's all right. That's all right. Y'all lucky I can't find it. But that was that message. That was a good little message right there. That was a good message. You hear me? That's all right. I'm gonna play this one just real quick. I don't think this is it either. But I'm gonna play it.
Yo, we gonna do a little something like this. Me and the redhead kingpin in the house. a solo tip. Guaranteed to bring you more hits, you know what I'm saying? And through this song, process of elimination will be done. To all the ladies, touch me. Touch me, hold me tight. Come on, baby, just work me right. Feelings through, and don't let go. And big bump, baby, and I'm ready to go just.
Y'all really want something else in y'all life and y'all are not speaking on it, Gemini. Like you keep showing up in the same way. You're allowing different situations to show up in your life the same way. You keep like it's like I wear the crown, but your crown need to be polished, it need to be shined up, it need to be set up on your goddamn head correctly. Like it's a whole bunch of that is just not. It's not working. Mm-mm. I feel like some of the Geminis are tired. Like it's two separate things that are happening right now with the Gemini. For example, some of my Geminis are showing up in toxic ways. And I feel like the toxicity goes to yourself and goes to other people. Then some of my other Geminis, you're showing up allowing people to bring toxicity to you. Like you're in a space of, ooh, goodness, like wanting to do something different. Less is more. I feel like you're not getting the necessary support and help that you're wanting, Gemini, but it's almost like you're not saying it, you're not speaking on it. And I can't understand like why that is. It's two different things happening here. It's space and opportunity. It just feels like I'm walking around and round and round. And again, I feel like I'm just touching your junk because your junk is there for me to touch. And you know what I'm saying? It's not really maybe what I want to touch, but I'm touching it just because it's there. I feel like I'm wanting to live in a different space of energy, but I'm not necessarily saying it, or I'm not necessarily like, you know, this. Let me say this because Gemini, I need you to hear me. I feel like some of you have people in your life, whether that's a relationship or friendship or supportship, but the support isn't supporting. Like, yes, we're here together. Yes, you may be my friend and I can call you, but I feel like the support is not fully where it needs to be. So it's like, okay, if I call you and I tell you something, or I'm talking to you about something, or I'm just trying to pour my heart out to you and let you understand where I'm coming from. It feels like the support is not supporting. We're not seeing eye to eye. Like, yeah, I'm here, but I'm doing the minimal. They're doing the minimal. Someone in your space is doing minimal. Like the effort is not efforting. Like, didn't I help pay the rent? Yes, bitch, but I need a conversation too. We just talked 3 days ago. You were playing the game though. Like, did you hear what I was saying? You understand? Like, the support is not supporting. And I feel like you're not being heard, or you're not being shown effort or compromise. Like right now, going into this new year, Gemini, like, don't take that same energy in there with you. If a motherfucker is playing the game, leave them playing the game. Because sometimes Gemini, y'all be good at playing and winning the games, honey. Maybe it's another game that needs to be played. I'm just saying. Like, how many times we gonna walk around this mulberry bush? I feel like some of the Geminis are dealing with trust issues. You keep missing things. You're not seeing things correctly. Some of you are seeing eye to eye, but not seeing eye to eye because it feels like, okay, we can talk about this or we can say this or we're in a space of understanding of this, but someone is still like not being forthright or forthcoming. Someone is still not fully putting the full truth on the table. And in some cases, I feel like it can't be put on the table, or they feel that it can't be put on the table because it would end friendships, situationships, relationships, or cause some sort of dynamic dispute. But for example, Geminis, some of you Geminis have great relationships with your spouse. Y'all talk about everything. He, she, they may find someone attractive and y'all can talk about it. Like, we talk about everything. We put everything on the table all the time, but you don't know that he used to fuck your best friend before y'all got together. Or like, there are secrets that cannot come out, that may come out, that should come out. There are some things that are still not being said, and it's driving wedges because of what's not being said. It's driving wedges because of some things that are not being said, even though you may feel like you and your best friend talk about everything, but she's not talking to you about this. There's some things that are not being said. I feel like some of you Geminis are in the lion's den. Now, you can try to whisper, good lion, or you can go on and throw that lion a motherfucking steak, child. Like, it is going to be up to you how you choose to get your ass out this lion den. You can try to be kind to the lion because you're scared of it, but you trust the fact that it's not going to do anything to you and that you're going to be able to walk out of that den intact. Or, honey, you can just try to throw a stake at it and then sneak around it and get out of it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying now. All right, Gemini. Sometimes the fight has to happen. Sometimes you got to, look at it for what it is, Gemini. Sometimes you got to call a thing, Gemini. Sometimes you have to. Some of you Geminis have been experiencing some sort of pressure in the back, or down the spine, or some sort of sciatica problem. You need to stretch. You need to find some sort of physical therapy, some kind of pain management, Gemini, because I feel like there's some sort of pressure or pain or something going down the back, in the back. May also be down the legs because it could be sciatica. I feel like that also goes to the Taurus as well. Okay. Some of the Geminis, you need to get your insurance, whether it's car insurance or something. It feels like it's car insurance because I keep hearing limited liability. You need your insurance. Don't keep wavering on that. I also feel like I need to say that to some of my Libras and some of my Capricorns. Y'all need y'all insurance. Sagittariuses, y'all need y'all insurance. Get that car insurance. Don't let it lapse. Gemini, get that car insurance. You need it. Don't let that lapse. Either it's getting ready to lapse or it has lapsed, and you need to do what you need to do with that. Taurus, too, you're included in case I did not include you, Taurus. Car insurance, ASAP. Okay. Finances for the Gemini. I feel like it's about budgeting. It's about budgeting for you right now, Gemini. Budget, budget, budget. Counting your dollars, counting your coins, not overspending and being reckless, but budgeting and knowing what you're spending and what you can and cannot spend. That is going to help you going into this new year. Singles. Some of my singles, I need to tell you, you may be playing with fire. If you are dating someone that is in a love relationship, if you're not trying to do a throuple that is approved, or if you're not trying to be a sister wife or a brother husband, you need to walk away from this situation because it may blow up in your face. Gemini singles. If you're dating someone that's married, Gemini, it may blow up in your face. Be careful and be cautious, okay? Geminis that are in love relationships. I feel like for some of y'all, it is about dating or going on dates or reconnecting in a specific way to where you're communicating, being honest, dating. Also, if you're noticing something about your partner, your love partner, Gemini, like if you're noticing like that they may have some health issues, then please make sure you're speaking on and acknowledging that too. That may help your spouse, partner, save their life, okay? So don't allow them to just be walking around in pain, and you know how they do. So whether that's a cough or whatever, Gemini. So be communicative with your spouse, your partner. Some of you are getting ready to plan on doing something, taking trips, doing something that will be family oriented, even with children or having your children from a previous relationship come to visit. Make sure that we are talking about everything and we're putting everything on the table, okay? Cancer. Cancer, you reap what you sow. You better check and make sure ain't nothing wrong with your sewing machine. Some of y'all pricking yourselves with needles and stuff because you don't know how to sew correctly. Cancer. Cancer, you want to be in the space of evolution and all of this, but I feel like some of you Cancers keep setting yourself back by your own hand and own accord. Going into the new year, Cancer, I feel like you need to be accountable for one, your own reputation. I don't know why I need to say that. For your reputation, like somebody is spreading something talking about you or how people have seen how you showed up, and it is causing a really poor representation of yourself. You need to be accountable. You need to be accountable, Cancer. Your sewing machine is broke, child. And it don't matter how many times you kick it, hit it, or throw that bitch, it's still going to be broken. And if you're not careful, you're going to keep breaking. You reap what you sow. If you don't like the energy that is showing up to you, Cancer, you may need to change the energy that you're putting out there. But you need to be accountable for how your reputation is showing back up to you. You need to be accountable for how your representation and your reputation is showing back up to you. Like some of you are being very proud in your actions and being very proud in your talk, but you're not necessarily walking in which the walk that you talk. You can say that, yeah, I'm this, I'm that, but you're not showing up that way, and people are looking at you like that motherfucker a whole fraud. Like, yeah, you speak a good game. You say you can pass these tests, but really you done wrote down the codes and the keys and you cheating off of people's tests and papers. You're not being authentic when you're showing up, and people are not trusting you to do what you say you're going to do. People are not trusting you to they're not trusting or putting trust in you. They're not believing you're going to affect how people deal with you. You're going to affect how people deal with you. And it feels like some is because some of the cancers like to be seen as the best. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have it all in control. And meanwhile, you're looking like a whole mad scientist out this motherfucker. And people are like, that motherfucker crashing. All right, don't be the test dummy. Speak what you want to speak into existence. Stop ruining your own reputation. I don't want her a part of this project because she got an attitude problem. And anytime you try to ask her something, she's snappy and rolling. I don't want her a part of this. Now you're trying to figure out why you got passed up on that promotion, or they are not allowing you to team lead this project. Like, you're wondering why shit is showing up, and it's because of how you are showing up throughout the fucking year. Right now, going into 2024, and okay, yeah, number 8. You need to come back into accountability of self, Cancer. You can't keep trying to squeeze into these jeans. Talking about something you probably done washed and dried them too many times, when really you have gained 5 pounds. It is not the fucking jeans. It is you, motherfucker. Hey, motherfucker. Hey, motherfucker. It is you. You gained the 5 pounds. The jeans ain't lost 5 pounds, child. You have gained 5 pounds. That's all. You're not looking clearly at some stuff. You're not showing up properly at some stuff. You are pointing the finger at things when there's 3 still pointing back at you. You keep saying you're going to pull the trigger on something, like you're going to finally do this. You're going to accelerate. You're going to, but you keep finding yourself trying to adjust and readjust and help other things or other people as well. Some of you are still trying to dictate, run, play house, fix other houses, and doing too many different things that are not beneficial to you. Your situation is not conducive to what you're trying to produce. Like, you need to focus, Cancer. Some of you are reaching an ultimatum. Either you're giving an ultimatum, you're receiving an ultimatum, or someone around you is being met with an ultimatum. And that could be like physically as well. Like, hey, you have to take this radiation or chemo. Like is this like some are people are being met with strong ultimatums right now. You need all of the strength you can gather up, Cancer. The energy this spiraling around you is really going to be choices met and made with cautious thinking and strategy. And allowing the chips to fall where they may, as long as you are being productive and accountable. Let the chips fall where they may, reprogram yourself, and show up differently, and know that you can only do what you can do. You can't save everybody. You can't fix everything, Cancer. Most of all, y'all have gotten on people's nerves over the last 3 and 4 months. You've gotten on people's nerves. You're wavering in your energy. You'll be doing good 1 month, and then the next month is like, who the fuck y'all are showing up like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? Somebody is being passed over for a team lead, and you're really upset about this because the spirit keeps bringing this back to me. And it's like you're being passed over because they don't trust that you're going to do what you say you're going to do. Like you were the front runner for this team lead position or something. And like you're being passed over because of some sort of misjudgment or judgment. And it was how you either showed up or something that you said that got back to someone that has caused a distrust, and now you're not getting the position. You're being passed over. Cancer. I feel like some of you Cancers need to also change up the diet, what you're eating, the food consumption. Your body is not processing the food properly. It has to be some sort of diet change and more water. I feel like there's a few Cancers that I keep wanting to acknowledge the Caribbean. So I don't know if some of you Cancers are Caribbeans and you have been eating too much of the fish soup or some shit, like some kind of Caribbean dishes that y'all are eating way too much of, and it is changing the dynamic or the structure of high blood pressure and different shit like that. Like some of y'all need to watch the food that you are consuming, period. Like some of your legs and ankles are swelling. It's like high blood pressure or something. You need to watch what you're eating. Make sure you're getting all of the water that you need in. Make sure you are participating in vegetables and fruits. Some of the Cancers need to get back to business. Like business has been lacking. You've been in your feelings about some stuff. And honestly, nobody cares. Shake that shit off and get back to where you need to be. Nobody cares. You're doing way the fuck too much. Get back to business, knock it the fuck off, chill the fuck out, and get her done. Cancer, your finances is lacking because you're making it lack. Stop giving people money. Stop loaning out money. Stop trying to fix everything for everybody, even if that is parentals. Like you're kind of putting yourself in the hole and you're not showing up correctly, and so you're not pulling yourself out the hole either. Doing way the fuck too much. Way too much. Lay off the jerk chicken and shit. Go prop your ankles up or something. Some of you Cancers need to quit trying to be facetious and mean and nasty to people, and then trying to figure out why life keeps showing up that way. Okay. Some of you Cancers are salty and have been salty for a little minute. Y'all need to chill out. Some of the house situations are changing, like you're having some major issues, whether that's taxes or you were supposed to be able to purchase a house or whatever, and things are now falling through for you. And it's because of you chose not to change your energy like 2-3 months ago. Okay. And that's why some of these issues, according to house and properties and rental assistance and being able to purchase the property and move, like things are falling apart, and you're experiencing this in real time because you chose not to change some shit and let go of some shit. That's why Cancers that are single, for this month right now, in the month of December, I feel like you're so out of balance, out of whack, that you kind of need to just really get back to yourself and refocus before you go and date. I mean, if you're just trying to go get you something, that's cool too. But like whatever is whatever. Like y'all need to refocus on yourself right now, Cancer. Oh, excuse me. Oh. And Cancer and love relationships. Well, it doesn't really matter if your spouse isn't being completely honest, because you're not being completely honest. So right now we're playing Cancer. We're playing a tit for tat kind of game inside of y'all's relationships. For some of the Cancers, y'all are playing tit for tat. Y'all not being vocal. You're not speaking right now. Y'all kind of some of you are in a very shitty situation when it comes to your spouses. Like y'all putting on a good front for other people. You're making it look good, but it's not really good. Okay, so right now, y'all need to. I can't even say a date night, because a date night is not going to fix this. What you really need is to y'all need accountability inside of y'all relationship. You need accountability right now, Cancer. All right, let's look at it. Let's look at Leo. We got 4 more. I'm trying to hurry up, child. Leo, some of the damage has already been done. The damage has been done already, Leo. And you can't, I don't care how many times you walk backwards, Leo, the damage has already been done. Some of it's not no fixing of some of these situations, Leo. You're much like the Cancer, Leo. Like the way that you have chosen to show up is now showing up to you. Rise and grind, Leo. Rise and grind. Some of my Leos were looking for deals or had some deals or business opportunities or deals that are not going to happen. They're going to have to be canceled or moved around. There's some sort of delay on some of these business deals or financial deals. You're getting ready to hit a small financial woe. This is your finances right now we're going into for whatever reason. And I feel like some of the Leos are in a tick, tick, boom kind of attitude or season, just kind of where you're like wanting things to change. And some things are showing up to some of the Leos this way, where it's kind of in a chaos and a downward spiral just because of how you've been showing up, where you're some pieces that you moved, you did not move correctly. And so now it's showing up this way, Leo. Now, some of the Leos, I keep hearing desperate times calls for desperate measures. But if you put that cart before the horse, the whole deal will fall apart. The whole deal will fall apart. Some of my Leos need to watch your chest, like you are stressed heavily and your chest is feeling the compresses of the stress. Like you need to check your stress level, Leo. Well, it's a lot. It's a lot for the Leo. Some of you were downtown or out with someone that was not your spouse or your little and you were spotted. That shit's getting ready to hit the fucking fan. Somebody's going to tell on that, or that person already knows. Some of you Leos, your co-worker already knows that you lied about something, or you did not do the paperwork correctly, or that you signed off on something or signed something, and you may be looking at some sort of charge, or you may be looking at some sort of dismissal or firing, Leo. Or you may have to talk or speak on something that you know that has happened at work. Woo, y'all got my blood pressure feeling up right now, Leo. You may be called to speak on something. Ooh, you may be called to speak on something, Leo, that you were not expecting. Someone may be watching you. You may be being watched in some sort of situation, child. If you is a street pharmacist, child, you may be in a world of trouble right now. Somebody may be watching you that you don't know is watching you, child. You need to go on and go, Sarah. Go, Sarah. Like a whole bunch of shit is wavering inside of this Leo energy. You are being caught. You are being caught about something. I don't care if you have a 3-friend group and you kind of said something, to one of your other friends. That shit is going to come back. That shit is going to come back. You may have not even meant it that way, but it may have rubbed one of your other friends the wrong way. Leo, I just feel like you're kind of in a compromising situation or positions. My Leos that are in the chat, they're saying it's not you. I want you to really watch what you're saying right now, because I've had people tell me it ain't me and be on my phone in the week like, I didn't know you were talking to me. I can't believe it's happening. Y'all need to go set the fuck down somewhere. All of you. All of you. The energy that is showing up for the Leo right now going into the new year is not the most positive. Like you're being strained, you're getting ready to be pulled in certain directions. Some of you is getting ready to be having to go up to the schoolhouse, even though your children shouldn't be in school, but you're going to be being called into the schoolhouse. Like the energy is unwavering. Some of you have issues with your children, but the children are adult children, and I feel like somebody's son is going to find out that the baby is not his. Make sure you keep your son head, like he's getting ready to find out something about his love relationship or his child or his girlfriend, and he needs to keep a steady head. Okay, I feel like that's something that's very direct. And I feel like I need to acknowledge it by saying, hey, the choices were his. The choice is his, were his, and I feel like he overlooked things because he chose to. Now, there are some of you that are going to have to tell the truth about a child or something being yours, or that you have an extra child, or like truth. Oh, that's the key word for the Leos. Truth. Truth and light. Truth and light is what it is for December for the Leos. Truth and light. Y'all need to be regrouped and regrouping yourselves. Some of y'all are just running around here just saying things that you shouldn't be saying and just telling lies because you don't know what else the fuck to do. You're showing up in a messy way and having multiple messy moments. I'm just telling the truth. I'm just telling the truth. Shut the fuck up. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. Y'all energy is a mess right now, Leo. Some of you Leos are going to discover some things about yourself that you didn't know. Now, this is good. This feels like a good message. Like you're going to discover your strength. You're going to discover what it means to be in a different headspace as the smoke clears. Some of you are going to be restarting and starting over outside of relationships, but some of you have caused the relationships to end. Now, I have to be clear because Leo, some of this energy is you allowing other people to bring this kind of shit to you. Some of you are allowing other people to bring this kind of energy and shit to you. You may have been just fine for the month of November, and you keep allowing in October and for the month of November, you didn't allow people, like you're allowing, some of you are allowing people to bring toxicity and this kind of energy to you. It's like, well, I'm feeling, I'm doing, but you are allowing some of this. You are allowing it. No, I'm just trying to help my sister out because, she going through a lot right now with her kid's father. And, I just told her that I was going to help out as much as I possibly could. But then you on the phone with your best friend talking about how you tired of helping people. And she overheard that shit. See, it's causing chaos. Be quiet. Either say and be accountable. Truth and light, Leo. Truth and light. That's it. Truth and light. Some of the Leos, don't shoot yourself in the foot. Some of you Leos, somebody's waiting on you to fuck up or waiting on an opportunity to come in and knock you over the head and fuck you up. Now, moving into another kind of energy for some of the Leos, some of you, I feel like I'm talking about a particular, really a small particular group of people or person. Like something about designing or redesigning or a design opportunity or a business opportunity. Because some of you are shit is going to be falling through, it's not going to happen, or it's going to be on a delay. But there is a particular person that has been waiting on something with a design or design job, or hoping to be able to redesign or create something for a sports team, or it's something with design or something with sports in designing or fashion, or something like you're waiting on this opportunity, Leo, for some particular group of people or person. And it can happen if you are diligent. It's something about a sports team. I don't care if it's like you drawing or designing for the Bengals, or like the Dallas Cowgirls. I don't care what it is. Like, it's something, but you have to be diligent to get this job or this contract. So it's really going to be up to you how you move this energy, Leo. All right, well, Chop, it's going to be up to you on how you handle this. Move your energy, change the energy. I don't care if you got to be by yourself for the next week until you hear something from it. You got to change this energy, because you don't want to blow this. You don't want this to pass you by. Like, be by yourself, stay in the house, you know what I'm saying? Get in your mood, play some music, change the energy. Yeah. Yeah. Change up what you're eating for the next week. Honestly, Leo, I feel like sex can do some of y'all good. Some of y'all, like, y'all didn't get some. You're like, but change that energy. Because I feel like some of you Leos, like, even with you, Chop, getting you some is gonna, I don't care if you're just touching it yourself, like, it's gonna do you good. It's gonna help you to release some of that pressure and that energy. Okay. Um Touch it, honey love. Touch it. Give me that honey love. Release it. You better release it. Also, you attract Jezebels because you like Jezebels, my love. You like them because you're freaky. So you like Jezebels. And you're supposed to be doing some sort of huge painting or mural as well. And you need to start to work on that as well. I don't know if you're going to have to put pieces together to create the big mural, or you need to go and get the big canvas or whatever that is for the mural. But you attract Jezebels because you like them. You need to change that energy as well. Go on and and do something different. So maybe if you are pulling that energy in, you don't need to be in that energy right now to have sex with that kind of energy. So go and touch it yourself. Okay. And get motivated. Okay. All right. Finances for the Leo. I feel like it's a struggle. Yeah. That's so funny, Chop. Congratulations to you and all your success. Finance, I feel like it's a struggle, but it may not be a struggle for long. I think, Leo, once you get past January, you're going to see a different kind of energy when it comes to the finances itself. Okay. Leos that are single, I don't know. It just feels like it's about sex for you right now. It ain't even about like trying to find a relationship, dating. It feels like it's just an energy of sex around the Leo. So it's going to be really up to you. Now, my Leos that are in love relationships, um, some of you kind of need to change your way of thinking. It's not about one ending, one beginning. Like if you're going to walk away from the relationship, make sure that you're choosing to choose you before anything else. Okay. Also, some of my Leos that are in a more successful relationship, um, allow your spouse to sit and be quiet when they need to sit and be quiet. Sometimes your spouse just need a moment to process something, and process what they're thinking before they bring it to you. And I know sometimes y'all want somebody to communicate, Leo, when y'all want them to communicate, but it's not always about that. Give your spouse an opportunity to kind of sit and process and then bring it, okay? And don't be one of those, they'll be like, well, I don't even want to hear about it now because I asked you what was wrong. Well, they wasn't ready to talk about it. Now they're ready to talk about it. So sit down, be quiet, and listen to it. Virgo. Virgo. Let's see. Virgo, some of y'all are tired of punching that clock, but you are ready to punch somebody in the face. I totally get it. I totally get it. You don't want to punch the clock, but you want to punch a bitch. I get it. Let's not do that though. Okay? Let's not. Let's see what we're talking about. Some of you Virgos are supposed to be planning or taking a trip, or somebody offered you to take a trip and you're wanting to take a trip, but it feels like some of you Virgos are in a space of wanting to do something sneaky. Now, this is what I mean when I say that. And I mean, whether I'm not talking about just relationships, and I'm talking about in friendships too. Like you kind of just want to go and do something, but not tell the world about it. Like you kind of want to just see what something is. Like even if you're wanting to start a business but you don't want to tell everybody about it because you're just not sure about it, or you've been secretly working on a book but you don't want to just tell everybody about it, like because you don't know what they think. Like Virgo, you're in a space of just wanting to just kind of be free to kind of just experiment, experience, and do some things where it's been building up for the last 2 months. It's almost like now I'm going to dive head first into it, and I might just go and get me a cabin in the mountains with a couple people for the holiday, or bringing in the new year. Oh, that's a good idea. Going to Tennessee and getting your little cabin or something. Like it's about you just wanting to be around people who you want to be around and trust who you want to trust, and not really telling anyone anything, but just being able to be and experience some shit without it having to be a whole conversation. Because I feel like some of you Virgos are in the space of I don't want to talk. I feel like even inside of your sexual arena, like I don't want to talk. Just be quiet, lay down. Let's do this. Talk about what? I don't want to talk. Just lay down. Like I feel like Virgos are in a space of come touch it, pull it, spank it, twist it, pop it. I feel like yes. Spin it, grab it. And I feel like you're just, I don't know, you're in this quiet time, secretive energy, Virgo. I feel like you're pulling from some of the energy of like the Capricorn, the Scorpio, the Gemini, the Leo, Virgo. I feel like you're pulling some of these energies and some of the energy of Virgo on top of Virgo. I feel like you're pulling these energies. I feel like some of you Virgos are deciding that you're not wanting to be domesticated like you have been. And it's like, I gave you, you gave me. I blazed you, you blazed me. You're on your DMX shit. Like you're almost wanting to feed people the energy that's being fed to you. I feel like some of you Virgos are in a space of loving your job or trying to love your job or deciding if you're going to just go ahead and, like I said, bust out in business. But some of you are wanting to do interior designing. Like it feels like some of you are wanting to do food trucks. Some of you are wanting to start the daycare business. Some of you are in a space of actually really being serious as to where it's been just like a wavering thought of all of these different things of not being in relationships and all this other shit. Like it's wavering. But now it's almost like you're buckling down, Virgo, becoming more and more serious. And that's a great thing. If you're going to walk into 2024, might as well walk through with greatness and success on your mind and feeling like you got the big head and you're feeling more adult and being more grown, and you know what I'm saying, like on your grown man, grown woman shit. It feels good for you. I feel like some of you are wanting to do something with health or getting more healthy or physically fit. Some of you are heavily obese or overweight, and now you've just been sitting in your little chair, honey, lifting your legs, doing your exercises. And that's a great thing. I'm telling you right now, that's going to help you. But you also have to get up and walk down the hallway and come back. Like, come on now. You got it. Let's move it. Let's move it. I understand. Some of you are trying to get your moms that are kind of heavily overweight to get more exercise. You've been having this conversation about it, and you've been bringing more and more things. But I think it's about you actually sitting and kind of just doing that with them. Like, come on, mom, lift your arms up. Let's do the arm lifts, mom. Let's lift the legs up, mom. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's about yourself, like, yes. Let's get more physically fit. Because, child, you know what I'm saying? Throwing it back ain't always just, throwing it back is good exercise. You know what I mean? But we need water in our systems. Okay? We need to lay off the Kool-Aid and the Mountain Dew. We need to lay off the bread. We need to find more things to eat that's going to be like, better. Throwing it back can be exercise, Angie. Some of you Virgos need to stop coveting spaces that don't belong to you. If you feel like you need to walk away from spaces, situations, jobs, people, to have a better mindset and be more mentally stable, that's great. I feel like some of you are feeling and wanting to be expressive to some of your children or adult children or sisters or brothers, and you don't want to hurt their feelings, but it's like you're wanting to state, but you already know how that person is. So you're kind of saying some things, but you really need to, like, either you need to just hold your tongue on it or you need to go ahead and get it out. Either way, listen, it's got to happen. One of these actions has to happen, Virgo, because it feels like it is a situation that is starting to get on your nerves a little bit. And it's like, ooh, we so good right now. We're so close, but I need to tell you, like, yo, nigga done got on my nerves, and I'm really tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing about his name. I'm tired of listening. I don't want to deal. I don't bring that. Not today. Girl, let me call you back. It feels like There has to be an accountability or a speaking to, a talking to, Virgo. So don't keep coveting spaces that don't belong to you. If you don't want to be in that space, then don't be in that space. If you need space, you need space. There's some Virgo that keeps eating cereal, keep wanting cereal. It may be you may be deficient in some sort of vitamin D, vitamin B12. Like if you're that Virgo that keeps wanting to eat cereal or you're having a craving for milk, you may need the vitamin D. And you know, we ain't talking about the one vitamin D, bitch. We actually mean like some sort of mineral. Bitch, because I'm vitamin D deficient, bitch, and I ain't talking about milk, bitch. I'm telling you the truth. Virgo, I feel like somebody is craving cereal and milk. Somebody is craving, and I think it's because you're deficient in some of your vitamins and your minerals. You need to start taking some supplements. Yeah, you need some supplements. I mean, Phoenix Rise, I am vitamin D deficient. And please let me see it or something. Just pull it out. I don't know. I don't know what it is, child. Please have dreads. Please have some dreads. And use Petois. When you're giving it to me, please put on your Petois Jamaican accent, please, so I can bust it. Because that's gonna make a bitch go over the moon. I'm just saying, just have some locks and use your Petois, bitch. Figure it out. I don't know. I'm just saying. And if you ain't got no locks, that's fine. Turn your head around backwards, nigga. Let me see it. Give it to me the way I'm trying to get it. Is all I'm saying. Taking applications. Okay, Virgo. Virgo. Whoo, child. Let me get back to it real quick. I got 2 moles. Child, it is something about this Jamaican accent, this patois that's been on my mind for days. I just want a nigga to be busting it down with his hand around my throat and just be speaking that shit in my ear, bitch. I'm telling you, that probably will. I will shoot you across the moon with this thing. You understand me? That probably will make me shoot you across this room over the moon, honey. It'd be waterworks everywhere. I'm trying to tell you, just a little bit choke me and then use some patois on me, bitch. I don't know. Something may happen, but let me breathe a bit, child. Let me burn some sage. I don't know. I just started sweating. I don't even know what the fuck. I mean, that shit has been in my mind for 2 days. Like, I'm gonna need to find me a Jamaican in a minute. You hear me? Please. Let me fix some roti or whatever the fuck that shit is, bitch. I may have to find out how to cook some fish soup around this bitch. I don't know. Something. Okay, Virgo, real quick. Finances. I feel like y'all are on a build and you're trying to learn how to save, and that's a good thing. But just make sure that you are saving. Don't allow the saving just to be inside of your mind, okay? Yeah, I think it's time for you to time yourself out when it comes to y'all so stupid. Oh, child. When it comes to the saving, Virgo, I feel like let's start to save, because I think even if it's just a little bit here and there, okay, if you can just save a little bit, that's going to help you and be very beneficial. And I don't care if you're just starting with saving like $10 here and there. It'll start to build up. Get you an altar, put it up on your altar, and tell the soul and the spirit to multiply it. Just start to put $10 here and there, okay? You'll see the difference. Put that shit up on an altar and tell the soul and the spirit to multiply that shit. You'll see the difference. Okay. Also, really quick, Virgo. I keep wanting to say it could be Leo too. Um, Watch your kitchen and watch like putting towels on the stove and different things like that. We're coming into that space where we don't need no fires to happen. You know, that happens a lot around the holidays. So make sure that you're paying attention, and that if you have any small ones, that they're not, playing with different things and fire and shit. So let's make sure we're looking at all of that. Okay, even if that's a work situation, if you're at work, if you're a cook or something, be careful about fire and placing different things on the stove that you may not be paying attention to. Okay. um my singles, Virgo singles, I feel like we've kind of already really touched on some of this stuff. But do what it is you feel like you need to do. Go the distance for yourself, Virgo. If you're singles, and for even for my love relationships, go the distance for yourself, because truth be told, you know what I'm saying? Allow the truth to be told. Okay. No more passiveness. Being submissive is I mean, no more being submissive or passiveness. Like, you need to be aggressive in the rebuilding and the foundation of what you're trying to do, Virgo, or you're going to be on repeat again and again and again. It's going to be a lot of guided conversations or misguided conversations if you're not careful. So you need to speak on what you need to speak on, child. Yes. You can get some cereal, child, because that cereal, whatever that is, it is bothering me. I taste it. Okay. Have an open conversation and dialogue, Virgo, period. Okay. Libra. Libra, the soul and the spirit says this is the last chance to make it right. It's the last chance to make it right. Hold on, I gotta shoot this text. All right. Last chance to make it right. All right, Libra, let's take a look and let's see what's going on. So some of you Libras, you're in the space of needing to stand up for what you believe in, or stand up for yourself, or also just pressing forward with a decision. And this is kind of like you're coming up on the last bit of energy, like before we go into this new year, of being able to correct some things and make some things right, or speak on something, have the conversation. Like, it's like we're needing to take care of some things, get some things done. I feel like some of you Libras feel like you're being progressive, like you have progressed and are moving good inside of the energy, and that's a beautiful thing. But you also still need to speak and say no when you're needing to say no. Like, if you're not wanting to watch the grandchildren, you need to say that. If you feel like you needing some space, you need to say that. Because I feel like we're kind of coming down to a minimum of some stuff. Also about changing the direction. Some of you Libras were talking about moving out, or your spouse moving out, or your roommates moving out. It feels like there's something about moving out. or having somebody to move out. And it's like, or you're wanting somebody to move or move out. And then like you're changing your mind. It feels like an energy shift or change of the mind, but it feels like you're kind of going back and forth, back and forth. I think that's kind of your issue, Libra. You keep wavering in your decisions and you're not fully making decisions, and you're changing and feeling guilty when you say something, or feeling guilty when you don't want company, or if you're not wanting to be bothered with something, or if you're wanting to just focus on you, like you're feeling guilty. And so now you keep changing up things, or you're breaking code, and you're not really it's kind of a lot going on with the Libras too. Some of you, child, some of the Libras, some of y'all have found a weird attraction to someone that you should not be attracted to. And you don't even know why you're finding yourself in this weird energy of being attracted to this person. The energy, it feels like y'all are not really in a bad space. It just feels like it is a lot of wavering and a lot of changing and a lot of like, oh my God, why is this happening? Like it's very weird. It's very weird. You need to make a decision and stick with it, Libra. Make a decision and stick with it. Now, again, be careful of the conversations that you're having about some of the decisions, whether that's, again, like she said, selling of her house, or changing of the job, or being attracted to someone that you feel like you probably should not be attracted to. And like, just be careful of the conversations that you're having, or how you're allowing people into your thoughts or your space. Make a decision. Make a decision. And whatever decision you make, stick by it, because that's the only way you're going to be able to start to trust yourself a little bit more. Something has happened to where some of the Libras are not trusting themselves, are trusting their decisions. Like there's a trust factor that is like wavering with you, and it feels like you just need to like learn to trust yourself again, or you know, standing on your decision making. Some of you them said like Fred then got on my nerves. I'm so sick of Fred. I'm so sick of I'm tired of this relationship, child. And then you done found out Fred got high blood pressure. Now it's like I just gotta be here for him. And, you know, maybe it ain't the time right now. Girl, fuck his blood pressure. I'm sorry. Fuck his blood pressure, child. I'm sorry. Don't he know he got high blood pressure? That's not your problem. That's not your problem. You need to find out what it is you need to do for you, Libra, and stick with that. Make your decision. Trust yourself. I have a personal message. I don't know who this is to. But someone on here or who will watch this will have a connection to someone that has to have open heart surgery. I feel like that person is going to be fine. Like that person will come out of surgery fine. Someone has to have some sort of open heart surgery. That person is going to be fine. However, I also feel like there's some damage that was caused to the lungs, like that person needs to, or you need to watch your space of your lungs, or that person needs to watch their space of their lungs. Okay. Okay, Libra, for the collective. Some of you Libras are really wishing that you didn't do a joint account with someone, or you're thinking about a joint account. Absolutely not. No, no, no. No joint accounts right now, Libra. No, no, no. That ain't how we gonna prove that we can trust each other. That ain't how we gonna prove that we can pay bills together. Absolutely not. No, no, no joint accounts. Not at this time, Libra. Also connected to the a Libra. I feel like I'm talking about a lesbian relationship. I feel like there's a lesbian relationship couple, and you're feeling like you are having trouble trusting your spouse, or that your spouse has been entertaining conversations. I need to say, I feel like you're correct in what you feel, that your spouse has been entertaining conversations, not necessarily having a physical sexual relationship, but it's about entertaining conversations with other people. Okay. I need to say that, Libra. Libra, no overindulging in dairy, seafood. Like, you need to back off of breads. Like right now, Libra, these three things are doing your body so bad. So back up off the seafood, the dairy, and the breads, Libra. A great diet change would help you going into this new energy, this new frequency. It would help you greatly, Libra. It's about that gas knot that you keep feeling on your stomach, in your stomach, like it's some sort of real bad gas or flagellance that you're experiencing. You're not drinking enough water, you're not moving enough, like exercise and walking, and so it feels like you're getting gas bubbles or something. um Feeling bloated. Like, yeah, drink you some water and lay off of those three things. I don't feel like, Libras, you are too really bad off, honestly. Like, change up your energy as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like some of my Libras need to come to grips. Like right now, the energy for some of the Libras have gone high on missing people. Like, when I say that, I don't mean like physically missing. I mean like, oh my God, I'm missing my grandma. If my grandma was here, if my uncle, my dad was here. Like, I feel like right now you're feeling the effects of those who have crossed over. And so it feels like, allow that energy to dissipate and just show gratitude to the soul and spirit. And know that you're feeling that energy because they're probably working more and more with you right now. Okay. And you're kind of feeling their energy, and so when they're in your space, you're feeling it, and it's causing you to miss them or feeling some type of way. But it's honestly because their energy is working with you. And you may have asked for them to come and work with you. Please show up in my life. But then when they show up, you're feeling the energy, and it's feeling like emotionally like unstable for you, and that's what it is. It's because she's with you, my love. She the truth. She's with you, and you've been calling her energy. Y'all have been calling on your family and loved ones' energy, and as they are coming in, you're feeling it, and it's just like the love that they're impressing upon you. And so when you're calling on them, you have to be prepared for them to show up, because you're calling on them and you feel it. They can't come back in the physical. You know that. But when you're calling on them, it's because they're showing up to you in the soul and the spirit, and you feel that energy. You need to just show gratitude and tell them gratitude for coming in and answering my call. You heard my phone call. Now this is what I need from you. I need this from you. Let me send love to you. I need to show my gratitude for calling and answering that call, but I need for you to help me with this. They're here to answer the phone call. Okay? They're answering the phone call. All right, Libra. My Libra singles. Well, let me pause for the singles real quick. I feel like there are some of you Libras that are wanting to get your children in a certain program, whether that is like martial arts, debutante, something that will be socially adept or equipped for them. I feel like now is a good time to get them in a social program. Okay. You say, what if they pass unelevated? Should we? That doesn't even mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. You're thinking in a physical. You need to not think in a physical. The question you're asking doesn't mean anything because it doesn't exist. If that makes sense, my love. You're not elevated. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't tell them that they're not elevated. Once you cross over, you're automatically elevated. You're not elevated. So the question you're asking doesn't exist. I'm not being funny. I'm being serious. I'm actually answering the question. I have to say that because so many people think I'm being funny or mean or something, but I'm not. I'm being honest. Yeah, so get your children or start to look into some special programs. I think it would be good for them right now. Okay, so my singles, I feel like it's time for you Libras to do the pretty girl, the handsome guy rock, and put your best foot forward and showcase yourself in the best way that you possibly can. So when you're out here meeting people and dating, you're putting your best foot forward, because some of these social dating situations can also lead to some sort of things with business. So make sure that you're putting your best foot forward. Now, I'm not an interracial dater, but I feel like there are some people on here that are interracial daters that are open for it. But I also feel like there is a business opportunity that could come from some of this dating, or some sort of person that is possibly into you, of a different cultural background, whether that is you're American and that person is from Nigeria. Like, it feels like but I want you to be very cautious and careful about giving people your money. Don't just be out here giving people your money because you have met them, and now, because some of their shit is a ploy. So I want you to judge carefully, look at the situation and judge carefully. But have fun with the dating. Put your best foot out there, foot forward. My Libras in love relationships. Adapting to new beginnings when it comes to your spouse changing, adapting and letting go of some specific control, but also hearing your spouse, Libra, hearing your spouse for what they're actually saying to you, and watching their actions are going to mean a lot to you. So sometimes you have to listen and watch, Libra, because that will give you the confirmation or information that you're needing. If you're trying to figure out if your spouse is still in love with you, sometimes it's the action and not because they're lacking in saying I love you, because somebody can say I love you all day long and not show it. So if they're showing you the love, Libra, allow that to be your answer to the question, okay? And be open to the communication as they are able to give it to you, but also allowing them the choices of their individuality and being free to have the conversation with you that can help you in one way or another, okay? Scorpio, last but not least, Scorpio. Financial prosperity is coming your way. Well, I will take that. God damn it. Financial prosperity is coming your way, and some of you have already been experiencing it. But I feel like that also goes for that Libra message also goes for some of the Scorpios. Scorpios, I feel like some of these business opportunities, new jobs, you will start to meet people that is going to bring forth some love or something in your life, and you need to be open to casual dating, meeting people, business opportunities, also changing the directive of your attitude. Because some of us Scorpios are very temperamental. So it's about changing the attitude that you're showing up with as well. Even when people are getting on your nerves, sometimes you just have to say, ooh, child, it's all right. It's all right. Sometimes you just got to say, it's all right, Scorpio. I don't know, but I feel like I need to say James and Linda, or James Linda says hi, or James and Linda says hi, or Jamie Lynn says hi. There's some sort of J and L, James, Linda, Linda, James, or somebody is saying hi. I need to acknowledge that. And I need to like show reverence and gratitude for going to see about the children or helping with the children. Scorpio, don't overthink a situation. There are some situations that are you may be looking at or keeps coming to mind. Don't overthink it. Put some of this out of your mind, and then when it shows back up to you, you'll have a better and clearer like understanding of it, or it won't be living in your mind rent free. Like if, for example, Scorpio, if you've been waiting to hear back from a job, okay, it's sweet. If you have been waiting to hear back from a job and you feel like it's driving you crazy, you need to really look at something else, put your mind somewhere else, think about something else, so you don't get on your own nerve, because child, we have a tendency of getting on people's nerves, our own nerve. Stop overthinking and taking everything personal right now, Scorpio. Let's change that energy as you're walking into the frequency of 2024. Stop always thinking that someone means something negative by an action or the way that something may have come off. Sometimes people are just people, and it don't always mean, okay? Doesn't always mean, okay, that somebody is against you. It could be just how you're perceiving something. Sometimes, Scorpio, your perception is off. Also, Scorpio, for some of you, some people are wanting to walk away, child. If somebody wants to walk away, let them walk away from you. Sometimes that's the best thing, and you don't even know. Sometimes you don't even know. Is let something die down, move out of your frequency, end, and just allow that to be that. And then whatever that is, it is. Whatever that is, it is. Some of you Scorpios need to start putting some crystals under your pillows or in your pillowcases. Oh, excuse me. It is going to help you in your energy when sleeping, whether that's like hematite, selenite, some sort of amethyst, some sort of tiger's eye, some sort of citrine, some sort of lapazuli, like putting some sort of crystals under your pillow, in your hats, like kind of like energizing with the crystals. You can, a lot of people, I just had this conversation with somebody the other day, Scorpio, sometimes, and other zodiacs, sometimes people like, you need to put your crystals in the moonlight, you need to put your crystals in the sunlight. That is great. However, you are a charged and charging crystal. You are a charge port yourself, and you can charge the crystals by carrying the crystals upon your person, because you're a charging port. You are full and filled with energy, and you charge, period. So carrying and putting the crystals upon self is going to be a great thing. Okay. And I'm supposed to be sending Charming my damn crystals so she can make me a crown. Honestly, let me just say this too before I finish with the Scorpios real quick. I don't want to get on your nerves, but let me say this. If you're looking back in history and you would see them with the crowns, with the jewels, it's really them carrying the crystals and putting the crystals. That's how they were able to heighten themselves. It looks like we just call them crowns. They're not really crowns. You can call them crowns, but they're calling them crowns for a reason. It's because of the energy of the crown chakras, and how it transmutes some sort of energy and becomes a greater antenna and frequency port. When you have the crystals, the chakras aligned with the crystals, and they're using, reason why it looked like gold, because sometimes they had it wrapped in gold or used the gold with the crystals, and that's how they made the crowns, and that's why. Just wanted to say that. Scorpio, at some point you need to stop bending over backwards all the time, though, and then getting mad because you've bent over backwards. Didn't nobody tell your ass to keep bending over backwards. Allow yourself to be in a frequency, in a space of doing something for yourself this month, going into this new energy. Allow this to be Charming. Allow this to be your space of being able to focus on what you need to be doing, because sometimes I don't want to say we can be pick-me's, because I don't believe that. I believe sometimes Scorpios, we like to do and to give. We're people pleasers, Scorpio. We can be people pleasers and we forget to please ourselves. So we need to do that. Start to please yourself, and stop wanting to always need somebody else to feel great when you need to feel great. It is about making you whole at the same time. Scorpio, if you can't keep helping people, if you're not getting the residuals, or you're in return or reciprocation, and all you're getting is a residual energy hitting you back, and you're not getting a reciprocation, sometimes you need to do just for you for a second. It's okay to help other people and make people feel good, but what about you? And some of you Scorpios are pick-me's, and stop being that shit. You're making us look bad, motherfuckers. Some of you Scorpios need to enjoy in the aging process, because you don't have to age badly. Some of you need to take some spirit baths, and open yourself up to yourself. Open yourself up to a different frequency. Some of you Scorpios need some car work done. Like you need detailing of your car, you need tire rotations, you need brakes, you need to look at the gaskets, you need a tune-up. Some of you Scorpios need some car work done. It's a few of you that keep saying as soon as your taxes come, you're going to get a car. That's fine. Make sure it's the car that you want to get. Now, Scorpios, let me tell you something. Sometimes we can be very vain. If you find a car that has a small dent on the side, don't necessarily throw that out because it probably runs good as fuck. It just probably has the dent. And some people are passing it up because of the dent. But you can see deeper into the beauty if you look outside of the framework. And that's a whole word, period. That's a whole word, period. Scorpio, right now, y'all need to learn how to control your thoughts as well. Like your thoughts can be overwhelming, and it can be nerve-wracking. So really start to also work on controlling your thoughts as you work on controlling your time management and being more productive throughout your day. Working on stop complaining so much, Scorpio. Stop, oh girl, I need to say it again. Stop complaining so much, Quatita. Shit. I mean, okay. Also, if you're wanting to entertain someone, that's fine, but please control your mind, control your thoughts, Scorpio, because y'all tend to want to entertain people or be in people's space and then talk to yourself about how they done got on your motherfucking nerves. And ain't nobody told you to be in their space. Go on somewhere then. Take your old grumpy ass home then. Get off the phone with your grumpy ass. Okay? Stop wanting to be in people's space and then talk about to yourself how they done got on your nerves. Shit. I know. I mean, financially, again, I think you all are going to be okay. It's going to start to rise and come up. You're going to be doing just fine here shortly. But also make sure that you're watching your spending. Sometimes you have a tendency to overspend for no motherfucking reason, and stop giving your money away all the time for no reason when ain't nobody asking you for no money. Oh my gosh. That's a word too. For my Scorpio singles, this is crazy. Real quick, somebody, I know we just was on Virgo and we talked about this with Virgo, but I feel like somebody may have passed away while eating some cereal, or they were like, just fixed them a bowl of cereal and somebody came in the house and did something. Like someone, like I keep tasting like Frosted Flakes over and over and over again. And I know we talked about maybe they need the milk, but I think somebody that was their favorite cereal or something, or they passed while it's something. I need to say that because so it can stop, because I keep tasting it over and over again. Okay. For my Scorpio singles, right now it's a good time for y'all to also put your best foot forward too. But I feel like mentally and emotionally, y'all need to even decide if you want to date somebody, because I feel like some of the Scorpios are wanting to deal with somebody, but it feels like it's just really you want to have sex. It's not so much of like wanting to get to know people, but I feel like that's where you need to be. It's the wanting to get to know people, because I feel that if you start to get to know people, you'll engage better and the sex will be better when it shows up to you. So I feel like it's about really allowing yourself to, it's all right to be a little sweet. Okay. And you ain't got to show your teeth to every guy you meet. But be a freak up in the sheets, no pain. Anyway, I feel like, honestly, Scorpio, decide if you even want to deal with somebody, okay? Because, I mean, your temperament can be all over the place. And I don't want you to meet someone and they like, no, but you got a problem. Like, you just don't even know if you happy or sad or not. And y'all need to correct your temperament when dating. So if you're single and you want to date, listen, figure it out before you actually engage with somebody. And you have to put yourself out there to even meet somebody. Okay. You got to put yourself out there to even meet somebody first. Okay. Scorpios that are in love relationships, it's good to have compromise. I feel like some of y'all are going over and beyond, or you're requiring or making your spouse go over and beyond, and it's just not a good thing. So, like, compromise. You ain't got to keep reminding your spouse that you picked up the kids twice last week. It don't matter. Compromise. And just saying you're just not going to do something, or just sticking to your guns, like, without compromise, is going to be very damaging to your love relationships. Like, just saying, I already said what it is. I'm not doing it. Like, okay, but like, that person feels like you're not willing to compromise. And I know some of you know that you're not, because you kind of like to be in charge. You need compromise as you're going into the new year with your spouse, and better decision making when it comes to trusting each other inside of y'all relationships, when it comes to spouses, and making decisions and appointing who's going to take care of this, who's going to take care of that. Because sometimes you need to play the role, Scorpio, that's going to be the good role for you. If you know that you only are in a mood to cook maybe twice a week, then that's what you need to say. We need to start to put together some kind of schedules. Like, well, I'm only feel like cooking twice a week, and I'm good for the Monday and the Thursday. So y'all gonna have to figure some shit out for the rest of the week. And I'll clean up Wednesday and Saturdays. That's my day. And I'm going to do some laundry Saturdays with the clean. Like, you need to be more vocal about what you feel like you're capable of inside of your home life and your space. I show gratitude for y'all coming on here for this fucking 3 hours and 27 minutes for the horoscopes. I hope that you were able to catch, get, and do, feel, understand what it is that you needed out of all of these 12 zodiacs. Show up to you, be true to you. I show love, peace, and gratitude, bliss. Walk with bliss continuously, because bliss is all that matters. I will see you next year. I will see you next year as we all put our best foot forward. I show gratitude for all of the birthday wishes to my beautiful mom, Marion Elaine Dean. I show gratitude and love. I bless you all day, because without you, Marion, there wouldn't have been no me. And so I show gratitude to everyone. Walk with positivity, activate and love, change your programming. I show gratitude. Peace.